All right, Brady Miller here with goHUNT, and today I'm going to walk you through my entire gear list for an upcoming 2019 Montana spring bear hunt. It's going to be, 6-day hunt, end of May, first part of June, so we're expecting temperatures roughly, 50s to 60s for a high and, lows 20s to 30s. So it's going to be a lot of not my typical gear list of being super ultra light. Actually go into a bear hunt, just kind of enjoying it, and it's like, soaking up the hunt. So it's not like all my lightest weight stuff. I have a lot more like rain gear because it's going to rain a lot over there. We looked at extended forecast, it's going to rain every single day. And we're going to be filming this hunt. So we're going to have, some stuff that I'm going to also duel up with a camera guy. But anywho, I'll jump right into it right now with all the clothes that I'm actually going to be wearing on the hunt. And started off just the Sitka Core boxers. Just love these boxers. I always been running for quite a few years, they work really well. Socks are gonna be my darn tough merino socks. Super awesome, these are the boot cushions. And then for the boots, a lot of people know me, I wear shoes a lot, but for these like hunts that might be raining a lot or just a little bit more wet and extreme weather, I'm wearing some boots. These are the Lathrop & Sons Mountain Hunters. Then for pants, we got the trusty Sitka Timberline in subalpine with the knee pads. And then the shirt I'm gonna be wearing the entire time is going to be the Sitka Core lightweight hoodie. This is just a bomber piece. I just love everything about this. The whole thumb holes, keep everything nice. The awesome articulated hood. Just a super versatile piece that I will wear every single day. And then I'm also a big gator guy. I always wear gaiters summer, fall, late hunts, and for this hunt, since it's gonna be raining a lot, I'm gonna be wearing the Outdoor Research crocodile gaiters. And then for the belt, just got the Sitka belt here, just super lightweight, very easy to use. And then since it is Montana and you're required to wear orange, I just have a random old school orange vest that I always throw on. And then last but not least, just the goHUNT leather patch hat. Awesome. All right, after all the clothes I'm gonna be wearing, now I'm gonna jump into some clothes I'm gonna be packing. So this is a lot of stuff I'll wear when I'm sitting down glassing, just trying to stay warm. We'll start it off with the Core heavyweight hoodie. Just another one, just has an awesome hood. I'm a big hood guy, I just love to layer up on all my hoods and just have a little extra bit of warmth. So I got that guy. And then I'm not a huge soft shell person, just because normally I don't need them, but for this hunt, so it's gonna be a little bit of raining and I don't know if it's gonna be torrential downpours. I could probably just get by with wearing this a lot in some of the rainstorms because it's DWR coated. This is just the Jetstream jacket. Then for the beanie, I'm just gonna be wearing the goHUNT orange beanie. And then rain gear, I'm wearing the Dew Point pants and the Dew Point jacket. I elected to run this one over the flash pullover just because it's gonna rain a lot over up there and I'd rather have a little burlier rain jacket for the situations. And then for down, I'm gonna try out, just bought this actually last week when I was in Boise, a Stone Glacier Grumman Goose Down jacket. Super excited to try it out. Very packable, very warm too. It has a lot of really good features on it and it's also super light. So since I am a guy with very long extremities, my hands kind of get cold quite a bit, so I do pack a couple extra pairs of gloves. So I'm wearing the Traverse gloves. These I'll be running around in, hiking, maybe sitting glassing. And then if it does have some inclement weather, I'll switch over to the Cold Front GTX gloves. Kind of have a really good DWR coating, and I'll also stay really warm. All right, and last but not least on the clothes I pack, big promoter of always having down pants with you. Just nice insulating layer when you're sitting there glassing. And so these are the Sitka Kelvin light pants. Super really versatile. I can put them on and off without taking my boots off. Just throw them over my, my Timberline pants when I'm glassing. Hanging around camp wearing these. Awesome piece. Next, jump into the pack. This pack I've been running for quite a long time now. It's severely beat up. I've seen a lot of animals throughout the day. This is a Stone Glacier Sky Archer 6200. And also got a cotton carrier snapshot attached to this, so I throw my camera on, just keep my camera ready to take pictures. Awesome backpack, can't say enough things about it. Super comfortable with, heavy loads. Can press it down when we're day hunting if I want to leave all my camp stuff there and just run around with it. Great pack. And then also I got the Stone Glacier Rainfly on top of that. And one last thing under my what I consider my pack area, I do carry one trekking pole. And this is just for going in some nasty areas that are super wet, slippery, a lot of vegetation, just to feel the ground when I'm hiking. I just like to carry one because I like to carry my hands free, and especially I have a rifle. Just makes it easy. You don't really need two a lot of times, I don't think. Now we'll jump into sleeping system. So my sleep, since this is gonna be a filmed hunt, Neville, myself, and then we have a camera guy, we're gonna be taking in the Seek Outside Red Cliff. So we're gonna be splitting this up between the two of us. So I have the teepee here, got the stakes, we got the poles for the Seek Outside, and then we also got the large Seek Outside titanium stove. So what'll probably happen is I'll carry the tent, the teepee I mean, some stakes by the poles, and I'll make Neville carry this on top of his backpack. And then underneath my quilt, I always run like a tie-back ground sheet. Protect the quilt, also protect my sleeping pad in case I get punctures or whatnot, and to stay a little more dry. And then for my sleeping pad, this is the Thermarest Neo Air Uberlight. It's really comfortable, has a great R value, slightly insulated, but still only weighs roughly like 12 ounces for the long version. And then for the last bit of my sleeping gear, this is gonna be my quilt. This is a Western Mountaineering Astrolight quilt. Can't say enough about this quilt. Really awesome, has a nice enclosed footbed at the bottom. I ran this exact same setup last year on a late September archery elk hunt. I always stay warm, and we got the teepee and we got a stove, so I'm really not gonna go too crazy. I'm bringing a big sleeping bag or anything like that. Then as always, if I do get cold running this, since I do have a lot of extra layers, I'm a big promoter of wearing your layers while you're sleeping. It's just, you always gotta have gear pieces that you can double up on, and so I'll throw a down jacket on. If I get super cold, I can have some down pants on, that sort of thing. But just try to stay lightweight in this hunt, but yet still have a lot of comfort. So I'm kind of going for here. For the next set, which is going to be some of my favorite gear pieces, we're going to run through optics. And I carry quite a bit of different optics. Mainly, I have the marsupial bino harness on my chest at all times. Super awesome. I love how it top easy access. It can stay down if I need to. It's also super quiet. Very easy to run. And then for binoculars, I run the Vortex Razor 12x50s, and I do have the Vortex uni adapter at the bottom. The nice thing about the uni adapter, I can keep this plate attached at all times when it's in my bino harness, so I can just easily swap it over from glassing off a tripod, glassing around my neck, that sort of thing. And then in the bino harness, I'll always keep my just wind indicator, just shoved in the side of that. And then spotting scope. This is a spotting scope I've been running forever. It's just the Zeiss Diascope, 85 millimeter, 20 by 75. I can get awesome digiscope with this, great in low light. And every single one of my plates too in the bottom is all Arca Swiss compatible. Same thing with binoculars, same thing with the spotter. And then the tripod is just the Siru 1204 XL. This is kind of a, kind of like a do-it-all tripod with the VA5 head on it. I can stand if I need to. I rarely stand in glass, but this is also still very, very light and stable, even with a 85 millimeter spotting scope. And then for a rangefinder, this is the Gunworks G7 BR2. And also on the bottom of this, I have the Arca Swiss plate as well, so I could mount this onto the tripod, get a quick verified range if it's gonna be windy out and I wanna know exactly where that bear is gonna be at for distance. I'll throw it on there. And then another little piece that's kind of in the optics, also in the weapons section, I do carry a Kestrel wind meter. I just like to use this to grab some validation data when I'm out there, grab the wind right before I take a shot if I have enough time to do that. This helps make sure I have a very confident setup when I'm about ready to kill an animal. I just want to be sure I know exactly what my gun's going to do, so I always bring this with. And then this is also going to fall into my optics. I carry, just an iPhone 7 phone scope, super simple to use. I always keep the ring attached to my spotter so I can quickly just, throw that on there, boom, digoscoping. And another piece under glassing, I just always carry this old Thermarest, I think it's the Z seat. Basically, it's just an old long Thermarest that I cut really short I use for glassing. And now we'll jump into the weapon, the most important piece of my gear. So I kind of get poked fun of a lot for going super ultra light in a lot of things. And I do carry a gigantic weapon. So this weapon, I think right now weighs around like 12 pounds without ammo. And this is the Browning Hell's Canyon long range Macmillan stock 300 Win mag. I have a Leupold VX3i LRP 8.5 25 by 50. I also have the Leupold scope cover on this end here. I have, a level on the side, just make sure I'm fully accurate and everything. Rugged Ridge bipod, super awesome bipod, very easy to use. And then I added the claw feet at the end. And then for a brake, as you can see here, I have a very large muzzle brake on the end. This helps a lot with target acquisition after I take the first shot. Dispersion of my gas is really great. It's gonna make it a lot louder than a normal brake, but I think it's great for what we're doing in this hunt, and it's made by Area 419. And I can't remember what this back cheek piece is, who makes it, but basically it's just to have a higher cheek weld on there, just because I have a 50 millimeter scope, everything's a lot taller, so I want to get my cheek up a little higher, super comfortable. I actually can throw some, a dope chart in there. I could throw some ammo in the side, if I needed to, super slick. And then for ammunition, I hand load everything. These are just Norma brass with 215 Burger Hybrid bullets, Federal 215 match primers, H1000 powder, shooting around 2960 feet per second, and I have them put on the side here on a short action precision ammo holder, because basically since I'm hand loading, these are actually really long bullets. They don't fit in the magazine box, so I have to single feed these, which is never a problem for me, but something to be aware of. And then I guess the last piece would be the Rugged Ridge outdoor gear rear rest. And I just kind of took the standard black one, took all the accessories off, actually spray painted this orange just because I got sick of sitting on the ground, I had increased chance of losing it. So I just took regular rattle can spray painted it orange. Never gonna lose it now. And then ammo, I usually bring around, like on a backpack on like this at 6 days, I'll probably take maybe 9 rounds. I just throw them in this old ammo holder my dad gave me way back in the day. And then along with that, from the rifle section, I would still have to attach the Stone Glacier rifle holder to my backpack. Super easy to set up. Also very quick and easy to access my rifle. I can just unsnap it, grab my rifle if I need to. And that'll probably round out optics and rifle. And now we're gonna jump into just like miscellaneous gear that I carry, like safety gear, headlamps, that sort of thing. And so safety, Garmin InReach Mini. This right here is probably one of the most essential pieces in this whole thing. Keeps me super safe. I can text my wife constantly when I'm out there. I always say it actually helps me hunt more because my wife knows I'm totally safe, so I can constantly update them back home. And just ever something bad happens, hit that SOS button, keep me safe. For charging, since I've now got rid of every AAA battery, I don't carry any AAAs on this kit. I do carry a Dark Energy Poseidon charger, and I do have little small charging cords for the InReach, and then from iPhone as well. And then since we do have a lot of needs for digiscoping, I will also carry a Goal Zero solar panel and just usually leave this at camp if I need to, and then just charge this back up. And at night we'll charge our phones or InReaches and that sort of thing. And headlamps, this is the Petzl Reactic. I've been using it a long time, super bright. I can also recharge this one right off the Dark Energy, super handy. And then a backup headlamp. I'm starting to carry backup now just in case something goes wrong. We're in potential grizzly country, so it's always good to have some extra headlamps. And this is just the Petzl Actic. And this one just has a rechargeable battery pack in there. And since we do have a teepee and we need to get wood, since we have a stove, I'm gonna bring just a little small pack saw. This is a Wicked Tree Gear saw, works really well. And bear protection, I will carry some pepper spray. This is just counter assault pepper spray, pick it up anywhere. All right, another piece of my gear is a Stone Glacier camp pullout. This just holds a lot of miscellaneous stuff like toilet paper, very small, minimalist first aid kit. Then in here I also have some SOL fire starters. These are great for just getting back at camp, everything's wet, want to throw this in the stove to help, start kindling up. So carry about one of these a day. These also work really great too, just hiking around, want to start a fire, everything's wet too, we can start a fire to stay warm. And my lighter in here, And I also normally keep all my license and tags, and this is just a little Cuban fiber sack right here. I'll keep some electrical tape. Use electrical tape a lot for tying around my barrel so I don't get rain in there, snow in there, keep the debris out. Also for attaching a tag to the side of my animal. And then any other miscellaneous stuff that might break, I'll use electrical tape for. So I got the hunting license in here. I also carry a bunch of like rubber bands. These I use a lot for harvest photos. Take an animal right away. I might wrap one of these around its nose until it starts stiffening up so I can take actually good photos without the mouth falling down. And then inside here I also keep an extra rangefinder battery. I always take an extra rangefinder battery and make sure my main one's going to be fully brand new before I go on a hunt, and then also have a backup. And then kill kit. I keep kill kit pretty simple. Like I already mentioned, I have the electrical tape. I just keep a Kestrel mountain caper. I just use one knife. It's super sharp, can handle a lot of animals. And then I just usually run 4 of the Carnivore 3 goHUNT caribou gear game bags. And another piece of safety thing too, we just have a section of P-cord, just for hanging food when we're back at camp, that sort of thing. And then now on to some of the food items and cooking. This is just an old Jetboil I have. This is like the titanium version. I don't believe they make this anymore, but it's a super ultralight version. And then I normally just run a small Gigapower fuel. And the spoon is just the Sea to Summit long spoon. Really great for digging into a freeze-dried meal at the end of the night. And then water. I usually always run a MSR drum light bag. This is awesome just to keep in my backpack, running around in case we find a stream, just fill it up, carry it back to camp. I always make sure we have water at camp. And then this will always go in my backpack. This is just a Platypus 2-liter Big Zip. This is awesome. I love how it opens up, giant opening in the front so I can dip in a stream or dump snow in there if we need to melt some snow. And then the hose, I just have a little neoprene sleeve wrapped on there. Just helps prevent it from freezing. And then just have this random camouflage sleeve on the outside of that. And then water purification, I still keep this very ultra light. These are just Aquamira drops. I have a part A and a part B. These are just different ultralight droppers. I just take them off the normal ones and add it in here because you don't really need a giant Aquamira container. And then this is just the capsule that mix part A and part B in. I will also carry an Nalgene too, just for convenience of filling it up and having water while we're out hunting. And then some food items. So normally I get pretty crazy with food and go stoveless in early season hunts, but this hunt's more, kind of just fun. Bear hunting, you sit around a lot during the middle of the day, so my food's not totally dialed. I just kind of throw in a lot of the extra stuff I had from last year into this hunt right now, so I'm trying to burn through it all. But I'll usually run 3 of the F-bombs. These are the macadamia and sea salt per day. Pro Bar is like a midday snack. Honey Stinger is like an afternoon snack. And then for breakfast, I'll normally run the Pro Bar base. And then anytime throughout the day I'm just feeling hungry, I'll just, chug down a fat fudge. And at night, it's either gonna be a combination or alternating thing of Heather's Choice, dehydrated meals, or Peak Refuel. Both these are awesome. Can't say enough about both of them. They both taste great. Peak Refuel takes a lot less water, which is really great too. And both of these I feel are a little better than Mountain House to me. Just tastes a little better. And that pretty much covers it. The only thing I have left, I generally talk about my camera gear a lot because I do carry a lot of camera stuff. That's why I try to go pretty ultralight most of the time. But for a camera, it's just a Sony a7R III. Normally I carry a 1635 G Master lens, carry a couple extra filters. Probably gonna carry 6 batteries on this hunt just to go overkill. Carry a lens pen. I also carry some other like lens cloths, some Zeiss lens wipes, a little Allen wrench for my tripod. And again, on the bottom of this, I also have the Arca Swiss plate for mounting it on my tripod for taking like time-lapse photos, night photos, Harper's Pics, that sort of thing. And then the bottom of this is the cotton carrier that attaches to the snapshot. And then just the cotton carrier wrist sling there. And I'll also probably carry a 55mm Zeiss Sony lens and also a 105 Sigma macro lens on this hunt. And then I just have a giant assortment of SD cards. Usually carry about, I don't know, roughly 10 memory cards on a hunt just to go overkill. All right, a couple other things I forgot to mention through here. Toothbrush, just a super small, I got this I think from Z-Packs, and I took the little bottom handle off. Super small ultralight toothbrush, and I got this super small ultralight toothpaste. And then the other things I forgot for my weapon, I always have the gun slicker on my gun pretty much the whole entire time, just to keep everything waterproof, snowproof, keep all the debris out of my barrel, action, everything like that. Just rock that the whole time. Super easy to take off when you take a shot. And then the other thing I forgot too was the Quake gunsling. I always keep this attached to the gun at all times, just throw it on my shoulder. And that'll wrap it up. All right, so that's all the gear I'm gonna be carrying for this 2019 Montana bear hunt, from A to Z, close packed gear, optics, rifle, camera stuff, everything you need for a bear hunt. I'm also gonna be dropping an article to follow this video with all the items, the weights, everything like that. And as always, you guys have any comments, drop them down below. I'll be sure to answer them. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we got a bunch more of these videos coming to you.